Shopify affiliate commission, $585 for one transaction. That's the biggest affiliate commission I've ever gotten, ever, period. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the YouTube Business Academy podcast with your hosts, Ron and George, where we talk about YouTube automation, how to make money on YouTube without showing your face or making any of the videos yourself, but also we talk about how to make money online in general, affiliate marketing, all that good jazz. So if you are the kind of person who is interested in how to make money online, you have a job, it's okay, it's paying the bills, but you think that you're made for more, there's a little bit more in life for you to explore and you would like to have that freedom, but you understand that one thing that is keeping you from that is money, passive income, online money, then you, my friend, have come to the right place. Sit back, relax, or maybe you're at your work. That's also cool. Tune in and let's have this conversation together with my dear friend, Ron, and also who happens to be a host. Ron!
Am I the host?
Co-host.
Okay. Oh, co-host. Yeah, okay. I was thinking already. Yeah, everything well. You didn't even ask me.
Yeah.
Normally you always
Because
ask.
I'm just knowing that you had such a great weekend, dude, that you just sent it hard.
Yeah, if you maybe hear my voice, maybe it sounds a little bit different. I don't know, but it's a little bit, how do you call it? I don't know. I was screaming a little bit too much this weekend. Let's say I had a fun weekend with my friends. That's basically it. So
Ron
had a lot of
was
fun.
an ape.
Yeah, we made some weird noises, like you know how men together, like with 14 people, they can act with a couple of beers.
If you put 14 boys together and give them some beers and then you expose them to females.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, let's skip the details, George. I still like maybe normal people are listening to this as well. No, but good news is though, YouTube revenue just came in. So
Okay.
while I was in away
How
with
was
with my
November?
boys, so that's November was a slight increase compared to previous month, around $250, I think. Um, the reason why it didn't increase as much was the frequency of the uploads went down a little. As I said in previous podcast episodes, I wanted to focus a lot on quality, hiring a video editor, green screen, and the results of it was like less video uploads and maybe a little bit uncomfortable, like I said in a previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm back at 60 videos per month again, like bam, bam, bam. So I'm expecting the revenue to increase a little bit more, like this month, and I think December will also have a little bit higher RPM, but not sure. Like maybe with Christmas and that kind of stuff. But by the way, also less people will be on YouTube like the last 10 days or like last week of December, I think.
Yeah.
Because people are with their family,
Mm-hmm.
celebrating. So yeah, we'll see what the end of the month brings, but still like an increase with about $250 a month. So that's nice. Not much affiliate commissions coming in, but still like once in a while, like a Shopify commission will is hitting basically, which is a nice extra. So I had something else. Yeah, I got my Spanish channel today. I basically bought a monetized channel and I got access to the channel today, and like the next week will be fully transferred, but I can already start uploading. So I will also keep you guys posted on that, like how those Spanish videos will go. That's basically it. How about you, George? You're back home, so you must feel very comfortable.
Oh man, I am back home from Spain. It feels good to be back in the routine. And it's like, it's not easy to be back in the routine, but it feels good. Like
Yeah.
today was hard,
What's
man.
not what's the, what? Yeah. What's the most difficult
Oh my God.
part or
It's
parts?
just getting into it from like all of the partying, all of the, substances that I was
Yeah.
putting into
I've seen those substances. There were
putting
a lot of substances.
putting into my body, so it's like it takes like a couple of days to basically purify myself, get the devil out, and,
Yeah.
and then do it. But yeah, it's good. Woke up today 6:30, 6:45, bam, send it to the lake. It's freezing. It's minus 11 degrees here
Yeah.
in
Saw
Finland.
it.
Yeah, after that, try to warm up. Really hard to do that. 3 layers of socks, man.
At home.
At home.
Where's your heat? Like it's not working, your heating system,
Dude,
or like
don't ask me. Everything is working. It's just everything is cold. Like anyway, so it's good. Hit the gym, did some good work, productive, feeling good. Like overall, just feeling good. Like it feels. I like the saying. work hard, play hard, right? If you work
Yeah.
hard and you like persevere through the pain and you find joy and enjoyment in like the waking up early, it doesn't feel good, but you have like a purpose, you have an idea in mind for what you're working for, then by the end of the day, or like by the middle of the day, you feel good about yourself. Yeah, I woke up early. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did go to the cold like water. Yeah, I did go to the gym. Like it feels good. So, and then of course, those things, if you fall in love with doing the hard things, eventually these hard things lead to like success. And then when you
Yeah.
and then when you do have some kind of success, you can then do what? You can party, you can
Chill.
play,
Yeah.
and when you have money, you can go hard.
Yeah, exactly. You can party however you like, basically.
Yeah,
But it's also nice to know of yourself that you can do the hard thing, basically. So if something will happen in life that you are challenged
yeah,
or you need to overcome something, like I've done difficult things in the past, so this will be fine as well.
yeah. 100%. In terms of revenue business wise, my main channel, CPM/RPM, is still not great. It's still down. So I'm waiting for.
Lower or the same as before?
No, it was the same.
Like,
It's the same as before, so it's not going crazy down, but like it's pretty down in comparison to what it was in like September, for example. But
yeah.
second channel has recovered, like I said in the previous pod. It's growing. I have now stopped uploading on the main one because I just want to give it time to recover, and I have now told my guy to start uploading onto the second channel, and that's growing. I think I'm already up by like 500 views since the last time I was doing it. So it's pretty straightforward. I mean, once you have the system going on, it's like you plug and play the keywords, and then
Yeah.
stuff gets happened somewhere like on the channel. I just occasionally kind of look in and I'm like, all right, if views are growing, great. If money is growing, great. That's all basically I want to see. It's not fast, but that's the trajectory, right? That's what we've been talking about. It takes time to rank. It takes time for the people to find the videos helpful, and then when they
Yeah.
do, they're gonna get pushed up to the higher ranks in search, basically.
Yeah, and talking about YouTube, like maybe we should give a small sneak peek what we are up to, like with the long form videos. Do you think it's the right time to share? Like the more information basically will come on YouTube as well about search.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ron and I, we've been working a little bit like behind the scenes on how we can basically provide more value to you guys. I mean, for those of you who like listen to the podcast, maybe you're just tuning in, maybe you've been listening for a while, like um 10, 12-minute video where you're going to only talk about that specific thing, right? So that's kind of the idea behind it. So we are now working with a couple of people who are going to help us create long form videos on YouTube to provide you guys with more value. And I'm also working on a video training where I'm going to reveal everything,
I've
everything.
seen a preview and he's not lying.
Guys, I promise you, like, I will give away everything. I don't care. I'm going to give away everything I know. My goal for this video training, hopefully it will be up by next week. So whatever you're listening, maybe it's already up, most likely. Anyway, the point of this video, my goal with this video training is that if you watch it, you're going to have all the knowledge, all the strategies, all the tools you need to go ahead and start a YouTube channel that you can grow to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 per month, right? You don't even need our help if you don't want to. That's the
No.
objective. And then for those of you who do want to get help with the implementation, of course, you're welcome to reach out to Ron and myself, and then we'll talk from there. Okay. But that's basically the objective. So, yeah, that's a little bit about the long form vids and
Yeah,
the
the,
free
the
training.
objective is basically, especially for that training, is like providing value. And we've seen a shift also on the YouTube platform. I think I was listening to a podcast about the manager of Mr. Beast or
Yeah.
something. I think he was in Strike It Hard podcast or
Okay.
something. And he was basically seeing like the whole beastification happened like the last 4 years, maybe like when Mr. Beast
Mm-hmm.
really became big. Everyone is like over polishing every
Yeah.
video with every like a new cut every 1 to 2 seconds. And he also said like Mr. Beast is now slowly trying to
Yeah.
have more storytelling and basically have a lower pacing of videos. And you can see people on YouTube blowing up as well with like very raw content. Like I do go to the gym a lot myself, so I got like recommended the guy Sam Sulek. Maybe you've heard of it. Like
Mhm.
that guy is just, I think he grew to like 2.5 million subscribers right now in like 6 months,
Yeah.
7 months. And the only thing he's doing is like he's bringing his tripod, his camera to the gym, and he also films while he's in the car, and he just films his workout while also doing the commentary, and that's it. Like there's no cuts,
Yeah.
almost no cuts. It's super super raw,
Yeah.
and people engage with it like crazy. So I think we are seeing a change, like in general on YouTube. Like everything is more becoming value based, which is I think nice.
Yeah, because we've also, you and I've talked about this before, is that this whole culture on YouTube is like a living thing, right? So you need
Yeah,
to be able to adapt to it, but also see the trends that are happening before anyone starts talking about them and before anyone starts making them
yeah,
super big and apparent, right? So like, as you said, this raw content is kind of just focusing on value. Like, okay, I love a Mr. Beast video, right? I love like a super polished
yeah,
sometimes. I love to go to a movie sometime and watch it, right? But at the same time, sometimes I like to see something super raw, unpolished, like straight up emotion, right? That's also great. And I feel, like you said, we are having a little bit more of this transition to that shift. And like you said, with the latest Mr. Beast videos, like he's doing that as well. You know, he's zooming in onto like the awkward emotion on the face. He's
yeah,
adding
yeah, yeah.
more. His videos became much longer lately. It's like 20, the last video was like 21 minutes or something.
Yeah, but I wonder, like, how did it happen? Like, maybe the past 4 years, people are being overstimulated, maybe, and looking for the real human connection or
I
something.
think
Like, it's
so.
too. Yeah,
Yeah. I
I
think,
think
I
so as
think, I
well.
think people are looking for authenticity. Um,
Yeah,
and the best way that they can get authenticity is with someone who is just chick, turn on the camera. All right, guys, going to the gym, gonna work out my triceps. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. Like,
yeah,
for by the way, for you guys listening and watching, like, you probably don't know, because I'm assuming that you're probably a little bit on the older side. Like, when I mean older, I'm saying like you're probably over 30, and most
you're also
likely
old, George.
I am old. I'm getting there. Okay.
Yeah,
We're all
come
we're
on.
all we're all in the same
Yeah,
boat. We're all going to die one day. Hey, but that's
yeah,
okay, right? That's part of life. That's
yeah.
that's why we do what we
Yeah,
do, because we need to survive and reproduce. Anyway, back to the point. This guy, his name is Sam Sulek. Okay, you can look at him, check out his channel on YouTube. First off, this guy is massive. Okay, he takes all kinds of different
yeah,
steroids and all of that, right? But we're not going to go into that. What we're going to go into is talk about his approach and like why he's doing it, right? And the reason is because like he literally sits in the car, he puts on the camera, like he turns it on, and then he just starts talking like,
yeah,
oh, today I'm gonna work out my biceps, right? Or today I'm gonna do this. And then he records. And I've seen how people consume that content. They're kind of just like eating their meal and they're chilling with the guy,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So
Or on the treadmill, like when they're working out
yeah,
themselves.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so imagine this. Imagine someone is spending like an hour daily watching you. That's
yeah.
so powerful, man.
Company to it, your
Mm,
own brand, your own product.
yeah.
So I'm really curious if he's going to lean into that. For now, I think he. I'm not sure if he does the work, still does the work, but he just paints the road, like the stripes on the road
Yeah.
for the cars.
Yeah.
That was his job basically.
Yeah.
But I wonder if he in the future will launch his own products. I think he will probably. Yeah, I don't know. But like then maybe the feeling will become different
Yeah.
because he will be look more commercial
Yeah.
basically. I don't
I
know.
was
We'll
when
see.
we were in Spain, when you left and everyone left, like I was with Hessel and I was asking him, because we were talking about this, right? And I was like, we were in the sauna in the Scandinavian gym, and I was like, is he monetizing his audience? Because he exploded like in
Not yet,
in like
or
3 or 4 months, he grew from to like 2 or 3 million or something crazy, like
no.
explosive growth. And from what we know right now, he's not monetizing his audience like at all in any way. Like I think he has some kind of a sponsorship with someone, this company, but it's just pure raw. This guy, like millions of people are watching him, right? He's getting 100,000 views. So I think what's very important for him as well is to think about how he's going to monetize his audience, because If,
Yeah,
for example, he does it in a wrong way, he
exactly.
can stunt
Like
his.
a crypto coin.
That's the best one.
Yeah, the best
By the
one.
way, you guys, Ron,
Pump and
Ron,
dump.
Ron and I are
Let's
launching
go.
this new crypto coin.
Yeah.
You guys should put all of your money there. No, but like
Church coin.
no, but seriously, like, if he does something wrong, it can stunt his audience. But like, what can he sell? And we came kind of to the conclusion that the best thing he would probably would sell is like merchandise.
Yeah, that's safe. It's a safe
It's a
bet.
safe bet. Maybe he has some memes. Maybe he has some sayings that people are like, he's known for. Like, people are like creating
Yeah,
memes
yeah.
around that. So he can use that. But, obviously he can't do any like coaching or
I would do
education.
workout plans maybe, like create couple workout plans for different groups. Like that's
He's
digital.
giving away everything.
Yeah,
He
okay.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
okay.
He holds nothing
Yeah,
back.
but still, people maybe want bite-sized like products. Like they're not gonna all watch. Maybe I don't know. We'll see.
We will
Like
see,
it
but
could
it'll be
be.
very interesting to see how that develops. Is he going to stop growing? Is he not? Like, what is his plans? But it's very interesting to see this whole authentic trend happening right now.
And you can also implement the same with like your search videos. Like in the end, search is also about giving the value and the information
Hmm.
and like being like honest with the viewer. Like the viewer is expecting a certain solution when you're making video tutorials. And I know like before, or some people, they try to stretch the videos
Yeah,
to 8 minutes
yeah,
to get more
yeah,
money. But I think like you can also implement it yourself on your channel. Like just help the viewer the best way possible, the genuine way
yeah,
possible, and they will also be more satisfied. They will feel that you're actually helping them
yeah.
instead of trying to stretch it unnecessary. So I think you can like implement it like broader as well.
Everything comes down to always like just service and help other people. That's it. That's where the money is made. Like, I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I'll just repeat myself. Because it was like maybe 5 years ago. I was I was searching for answers to my questions, right? Because I was like in the whole self develop. Like, I'm still am, but like I was, you know,
Yeah.
learning so much.
The meaning of life, or like what
No,
kind
no,
of
no, no, no.
questions?
Money specifically, right? So
Ah,
I was like, I didn't understand. I was like, what is money? Where does it come from? Why do certain people have more of it than others? Why do people get paid in the first place? Like, why? What is this whole thing about, right? So then what happened was, we happened to go to Amsterdam, right? And then I took the psychedelics, like the truffles, right? And
classic.
and my intention was to go into the trip with the intention of like, okay, I want the universe to give me answers to the questions about money. Like, can I explore that, right? And one thing I want to emphasize is that, like, in my opinion, psychedelics work in an educational healing way only if you have put in the inputs into yourself, into your brain before. You're not going to get answers if you didn't input anything before. So I use it as a therapy. I use it like once a year. So I study, I work, I do all these things, and then I always have something that I'm hitting the wall against, right? Growing, scaling,
Yeah.
or something. And then that's when I go through like the whole kind of spiritual process. But anyway, the answer I got back then when I did truffle psychedelics was that money is the direct result of you helping other people. And I talked about the story, like, imagine if you're dropped off in a most remote place, right? Somewhere in like a small village. There's nothing in the radius of like 100 kilometers. There's nothing. You can't go. It's a village. It's scorching hot. There's only 150 people. They don't speak your language, right? Nothing. And you have nothing on you. You just have a piece of cloth over you, right, to cover your your body. So
Uh,
the question is, how are you going to survive? What are you going to do? You need to
yeah.
survive. In that basic primitive state, the answer is very simple. Oh, I'm just gonna go to the people who live in those conditions, and I'm gonna basically say, hey, I'm trying to survive. How can I help? I'm willing to offer you my service. I'm willing to do whatever I need to do if you can give me water, food, shelter. That's it.
Yeah.
Now, we've complicated a lot of the things in today's world because we have technology and economies and 8 billion people, and it's so everything is so huge, right? And we get overwhelmed easily. But if you boil down to the basics, and that's what I always encourage everyone to do, is just boil it down to the basics. And the basics is service to other people. That's it.
Yeah, makes a lot of sense. Like it's maybe not making money, but like more taking money, but not just taking it, but giving something in return, of course. Like every money transaction, you need to give some value back to also receive it. So with everything,
Yeah.
basically.
You first need to give in order to receive.
Yeah. So it makes a lot of sense.
100%.
So I think that's pretty interesting. And it was also like talking about the whole making money thing. Like you can do it, of course, in many, many ways, like we said in previous podcasts. And I think you said it before, like you're taking, like you can't, there's like a saying of Einstein, I'm not sure if I'm saying it correctly, but you said before, like you're taking the mushrooms to reach like new heights or new insights. But the saying is like you will always get what you have. Like if you keep if you think the same way you always do, you will also get what you always got or get, something like that. That's the saying. Maybe you know it. Like I know you're the quote guy more, but I think that's the saying a little bit.
Yeah,
right?
if you keep doing the same things, you're going to keep getting the same results. Basically, it's like a common saying.
Yeah. So it's basically very important. You always try to broaden your image and keep learning every single day. And that's why I also hope people are listening to this podcast. So yeah. But I agree what you said before, for sure.
Talking about affiliates, crazy thing you guys happened. I would never expect this to, by the way, to happen. It's so crazy.
Oh, yeah.
I log into my impact.com. This is where Shopify affiliate is hosted.
Yeah.
Shopify affiliate commission, $585 for one transaction.
So that's the biggest plan basically they got, right?
That is the biggest plan. That's the biggest affiliate commission I've ever gotten, ever, period.
Yeah.
It now makes sense, by the way, the Metix Media guy, Simon, like it now makes sense how he's able to do 100K from Impact because those commissions, they don't make sense. Like $585.
That's really a lot.
It is.
I never knew it.
It's $5,000 more. It's like almost $600 for what? For referring one person to Shopify?
Yeah, but they probably maybe got like a 1-year package, like the biggest. That's what I think. Like maybe not a monthly.
I don't know, but God bless that person. I don't know who he is, but
yeah, that's so crazy. Right? Basically, a random person you've never seen, or like he basically got you $500.
Almost sick.
It's so almost sick, but it's so random to think about.
Yeah, it really is.
And he has no clue. He's probably using Shopify, and like he maybe clicked your link just because it was convenient, because it was under the video.
He has no idea. He's like, oh, this is a great video. Let me just sign up to Shopify.
Oh, but easy. He has a link there. It saves me some time.
Perfect. For your convenience.
But hey, everybody's happy. You gave the right solution.
Everybody is
happy. He clicked your link. Shopify's happy. They made some money, probably.
Exactly. And that's what we're about. It's a win-win-win situation. If you can find a win-win situation for everyone, that's when you're going to, as I like to say, the world is going to open up to you.
Yeah, I agree. It's funny how it works.
Dude, we had a coaching call.
Yeah. By the way, we have a close community. We have a coaching call every week. I think last week was a very valuable coaching call. I think it took almost 1 hour as well.
Yeah.
There was some funny things, valuable things in there. Like maybe I'll drop one that like stood like still in my mind.
Yeah, let's talk about that one. That's a good one.
Yeah, like for me it was quite funny to hear, but like I totally get the question I got. So like I, for example, preach or say sometimes like I work like 2 hours a week to just stay in contact with my team, and once in a couple of weeks I do some keyword research, and that's basically it. So then one of our students asked me like, hey Ron, you said you only work 2 hours a week. Why don't you work 4 hours a week to get double the results? That's what he said. And that would only be true if your time is linked to your actual earnings, which is something you would never want. Mm-hmm. The reason is if your earnings are tied to your time, you have a cap, you have a limit. You can only work 24 hours a day. So if you earn a specific amount per hour, you're limited. Mm-hmm. And that's not how you get wealthy, in my opinion.
Right.
So I said to him, like, my time is not connected to my output, to how much I earn. So if I work more, my earnings will stay the same. Or if I work less, my earnings will also stay the same. But of course, with our business model, since we have digital assets that are compounding over time, I'm certain, like, even if I work less, over time it will still grow. And that's the ultimate way of leverage, basically. And I really preach to everybody to really understand that, to really like follow that method of leverage and not work for your time only. Like, it's fine to work for your time, like especially if you enjoy it, but make sure you have an extra side income or something else that's making you money, like maybe even stocks or something else that's keep making you money while your time is not invested in it. Like, that's the way you should do it to get wealthy, in my opinion. But I thought it was quite like an interesting angle or interesting question in a coaching call. But
Yeah,
it's funny.
it was very interesting for me as well, because it just shows the, to me, it shows the mindset, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, if you're linking time to money, and then you're just thinking, duh, if you're doing 2 hours and you're making, let's say, 3.5K, why don't you work 4 hours and then you're gonna make 7K? But of course, like you said, it doesn't work like that, right? So if you watching or listening to this right now have ever caught yourself thinking like that as well, I encourage you to really like read first of all, but also think to yourself, like, is that really true? And if you dig deep enough, you will find that is not true, right? Because, like, for example, oh, by the way, Charlie Munger passed away the last week at
Yeah.
99 years old.
Yeah.
I was
Rip.
so disappointed. I was like, no.
Nice age though. Like, it's a fine age, but
100 would
still,
be
yeah.
cool, but 99 is as well. So
Yeah, yeah, he's like,
rest in peace, Charlie Munger. He
yes,
was an amazing human being, right? Super wise, and he gave us a lot of value. But talking about Warren Buffett, right? You think Warren Buffett works 26 hours a day? Of course not. Because like the rich, right? They make the money work for them. My dad always told me ever since I was a kid, you have to learn that money makes more money. And that's true, right?
yeah,
We talked about leverage before. Like, you can leverage money in order to make more of it. And that's basically what we're also trying to do with business. So,
yeah. And I think Warren is also saying like, I just need to make like 2 good decisions a year or
yeah,
something to make like
even
to get a
one,
profitable year.
even one.
Yeah. So, but it's also because he has so much
Yeah, of
capital
course.
and leverage. So that one
Have this company, it's only 10 billion. Would you like to buy it?
Yeah.
Hey, I have this company, it's only 20 billion. Would you, right? So people, you just get offers all the time, all the time. And so
Yeah.
his job is just sitting there, sifting through all the papers, through all the, numbers, and then looking for that one golden opportunity where he knows that the intrinsic value of the company is going to be more than the asking price.
Yeah. But that's interesting. Like, I'm sure he had to create that kind of like self
Of
confidence,
course.
because like when you start out, like maybe in the beginning, you don't have that legacy yet, or like the track record
Yeah.
yet. So then I'm sure like he made a lot of stupid mistakes, probably investing in companies, reaching out to him like the very very early stage.
Well, it's funny
And
because the actual Berkshire Hathaway company was his like loser. It was the biggest loser for him.
oh
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah. But he stuck with the name to remind him to not invest in those companies.
Yeah, but like a quick bridge to that, like, because I had a quote prepared as well
Okay.
for the from the book. Like, it's about one of my favorite from the Daily Stoic,
Yeah.
a book. But basically, like, it referencing to Warren Buffett, but also like when you start like making or trying to make money online, there are many things you can do online, and maybe once you've started a certain business model, let's say drop shipping or anything else, it's very easy to then like do it for a week and then try something else because you've seen a YouTube video preaching a new business model that's the best one, the new one out there that you need to try. And then you start doing that one for 2 weeks, and like it's a shiny object syndrome basically. But when you do that, you will never actually get decent results because you can never actually deep dive into one specific business model and try to make it work. Like, every business model can work as long as you put on enough hours, learn about it, study competitors, and that kind of stuff. So I've basically sort of saying that I really like. It's on page 23 of the Daily Stoic. I'm gonna paraphrase it, or like not quote it exactly because I have the book in front of
Okay.
me. So basically, to to what I think is very important if you want to become successful in life is do something like one thing and focus on it for like a pretty long time.
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually you're going to win. So basically the quote is like this: believing in yourself and trusting that you are on the right path and not being in doubt by following the myriad footpaths of those wandering in every direction. It is this state of mind that produces tranquility. And it's basically, in general, trust the process. That's basically my saying, what I really like. Like eventually, when you find something that resonates with you, stick with it and just stick with it long enough until it works, and not trying to get like disrupted or not disrupted, but like people are trying to get you out of your process, basically, because especially now there's so much attention, so much things going on. People are trying to get you off that path.
Yeah.
Like I'm seeing like a literal life path, basically.
Yeah.
And people are trying to pull you off. And I think it's once you're able to resist those people pulling you off, you'll become better and better, and eventually you will reach success. So that's something I wanted to share.
Very interesting. I love that. On that note, I want to add, there was a saying, I can't exactly remember how it goes, but it's like, you basically want to be, okay, first off, before I say it, what is that thing called? I'm sure you guys are going to comment as well. Like that you put on a letter when you're sending something, basically saying that you have like a stamp.
Seal?
Yeah, like you buy those little things. They cost like 50 cents, for example, and then like you can lick it and then you put it on the thing. It's a stamp, right?
Yeah, that's a stamp.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and what's the end? It's called an envelope, right? So basically,
envelope, yeah.
To what you just said is, you want to be like an envelope, right? Or you want to be like a stamp. You want to stick to the envelope until you get to the place where you want to go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's a funny one.
So like stick to it until you get to where you want to go. Oh my God, dude. I was in Spain and I was like exposed to a lot of different people from all different kind of walks in life. The amount of people I talk to, like different ones, has increased so much, and I love it because I'm a very like social person. So I was talking, dude, most people are just, they have no self-awareness and they have no like clarity of thought. I'm reading this new book right now. It's by Arnold Schwarzenegger. It's called Be Useful: 7 Tools for Life. It's really interesting. I'm getting through it pretty quickly. It's really nice. I've read also that book right there. Ooh, that book right there is also the Arnold Schwarzenegger book. Total Recall. If you guys are watching on YouTube. But yeah, and he's basically saying that there's only 2 things that separate the people who make it, basically, and people who don't make it. Number 1, self-awareness. Number 2, clarity of thought. So if you think about it, coming back to the example that I was talking to all these people, I talk to these people and I'm looking into them like very deep in their eyes, right? I'm observing them. They're saying something and I'm just kind of, I'm listening, but I'm also trying to like intuitively get a sense like, is this person for real? Like, how legit is this person, right? Because that's the feeling. I haven't met a single person in Spain and Fuengirola, maybe one, but he was still also a little bit lost. But all the people that I met, they're just kind of delusional. They're like, oh yeah, man, I do this, I build websites, but I also do a little bit of social media. I do this. I'm like, dude, you're doing too many things. Like you're doing everything, but you're doing nothing at the same time.
Yeah.
You need to do one thing really, 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 really well. And then
yeah, but not many people know that as well. And by the way, I think you also talk to a lot of old people there because I was in Fuengirola and there are a lot of old people.
Yeah.
But like, I can also sense a little bit when I talk to all the people as well. Like they had no self-development, not many books. Like when you're like 50, 60 now, you had books, of course, but I think like the self-development also with YouTube, it's like it's going like crazy. Like the past 15 years, maybe 10 years. So some people never had someone or read something that like changed their mind, or they're like, maybe I need to think about things differently. Like you also need to have someone maybe then in your life that is saying like, hey, maybe you need to focus on one thing. Like it all depends on that as well. Like who are you surrounding with as well?
Yeah.
And are you like reading stuff?
Yeah. And also coming back to the Arnold book, it was like there was also a little thing that I noted down. He was saying basically succeeding is very addictive. Okay.
Yeah.
And the only limit you have is in your own mind, right? That's the only limit you have. And then I'm adding from myself is that anything that you can imagine, you can do it. Obviously, don't try to imagine yourself jumping from a
Yeah.
rooftop and okay, I'm trying to like I'm talking common sense here, but anything you can
Yeah.
imagine in your head, you can do it. If you can imagine yourself being a life coach or having a successful business or something, like, you can do it. You just need to,
Or just a side hustle. Like it can be anything
yeah.
basically. Yeah.
But dream big and remember, anything that you can imagine, you can do it. But it's going to take probably twice as long as you would expect it to be. If you think that it's going to take you 1 year, for example, to get to $3,000 per month with a brand new faceless search YouTube channel, for example, right? Most likely it will take you 2 years, So
Yeah. Depends
a
though
lot of
who
things,
you're getting insights
of
from.
course, but a lot of things in life take longer than you think. So you need to be prepared to like commit to something. And I was talking also to another person about this, is like committing to something is scary.
Yes, but it also for me it brings
Peace.
patience, like yeah, peace. That's what I mean. Yeah.
But okay, maybe it does, but think about this. Because I remember I was facing this like real, like it was real. It was like, okay, if I commit right now, because I'm like all or nothing, right? You know me, I'm like all or nothing. And I was thinking, okay, well, if I commit now to e-commerce, that was back in my e-commerce days, that means I will never be able to do anything else again. I'm like, all right, I'm ready. Bring it on. I'm ready to commit to e-commerce for my whole life, right? And it's also important to tie your identity to the thing you're doing. So let's say that you're doing YouTube, right? Or you're doing e-commerce or whatever it is you're doing, or you're doing entrepreneurship in general, right? When people ask you, what do you do? How hesitant are you to say, I'm an entrepreneur? How
I just say that
how
because it's
much
easier.
but how much do you believe in it yourself and your soul? If it's gonna come off like, yeah, I'm kind of like an entrepreneur, but like like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
no.
But yeah, you need to be convinced about
It
yourself as
starts with
well when you say it.
self-belief, man. It starts by
Yeah.
saying identity. Who do you identify as or with, or like, what is it? Are you a smoke?
But it's also risky because if you lose that part of your if you don't do that anymore, you lose a part of your identity. Like
Because I was also
it can
reading
also be
books.
risky.
I was also reading like Russell Brand, I think his name is, this like very charismatic character as well from the UK, and he has a book. And
Oh
he has
yeah,
a book on about recovery because he's a recovered drug
drug addict,
addict.
right?
Yeah, yeah, because
Yeah.
he was on like heroin and all that different stuff. And he was talking about how, what was my train of thought again?
I don't know. You started with Russell Brand, so I don't know. I have no idea. I'm honest.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You
Because
were.
he was talking about when people ask you, "Hey, do you want a cigarette?"
Oh yeah, yeah.
How do you respond to that? Do you say, "Oh no, man, I'm trying not to smoke. I quit like
Trying. Yeah.
I'm trying not to smoke. I quit like a week ago, so I'm not gonna do it. Thanks, man." You're saying, "I'm a smoker, but I'm trying not to be one," and
Yeah.
I'm resisting. What's the other approach? The other approach is to say, "Oh, thanks, man, I don't smoke."
Exactly. Yeah.
That's it. That's the
Like this.
biggest
Yeah.
difference.
Like distancing you from the thing you don't want
Of
to be,
course, you need to
basically.
first, in your own mind, in your own identity, say, what am I and what do I stand for? Do I smoke or not? Make a decision. If you don't smoke, don't do it. If you do, do it, and and
Every minute.
and enjoy it.
Commit. Yeah,
No, but for real, like,
yeah,
if I
yeah.
smoke something, I'm you bet me I'm gonna enjoy it. Because I've committed to it.
Yeah, otherwise otherwise it's a waste. Like it's probably
Yeah.
enjoyment. So
Oh my God, this was so funny. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna share with you a little bit of personal story, and then we're gonna round up. When we were in Spain, Ron came, and we went to for Ron's. Was it your birthday when we went to that? Those girls were sitting there. Anyway, we were
yeah,
at the bar. There were some girls sitting next to us, and then they ordered us a drink.
Yeah.
Okay. And I was in a party mode. I was like, let's go, let's send it. And Ron didn't want to party at all because he was like, I'm tired. I'm flying tomorrow, blah, 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 whatever. And I was like, whatever.
It was a Tuesday for people listening.
In Spain, Tuesday is kind of like a Friday, so it's okay. Every
Yeah,
day, people there at 10 in the morning started with a little cerveza, which is of course a beer. But anyway,
True.
so then, then when they did bring us the drinks, I'm like, Ron, we can't skip it. It's from the girls, man. We gotta go. I'm like, come on, man. Let's take at least half of it. And they're like, it's with the girls, right? We can't say no to girls. And then Ron takes a shot. He looks at me. He's like, half? He's like, no, motherfucker. We don't do half cents. We're gonna go all the way. And then
exactly.
And I was like, okay, motherfucker, you want to go all the way? Let's go all the way. But nothing ever turned out of that.
No, because I need to fly early. But no, but like the thing is, that kind of things you need to commit. Like nobody is doing half shots. So then I'm like, yeah, but like, I think you need to have boundaries and like rules for yourself, and like indeed be very clear with those boundaries and rules you set to yourself. Then it's also easier to stick to it because it's your identity, basically.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, you guys, if you want Ron and myself to help you implement a YouTube search channel from scratch, whether you're already doing YouTube automation or you have never made a single dollar online, make sure to check out the free training down in the description of this video. Is going to be a very valuable one. By the time you're listening, watching this, I have already probably updated this, or you can also just reach out to me on Instagram. Let's have a conversation and we can see if we can help you. With that in mind, thank you, Ron, so much for your time and energy. And thank you guys so much for watching, listening, and subscribing. And we will see you in the next week's episode. Ciao.
Yes. Bye-bye.